It's Web3. It's going down. Hello and welcome all. I'm your host Lou. And today we have a jam-packed show for you with a great special guest.
Yo, hello everybody and welcome everybody. Yo, today is incredible. I am so fucking pumped. Let's fucking go. Hello, this is episode 34. We have a great show for you today with a great special guest. Let me read this red tape off. You already know what it is. We got some rules here. Whether you're listening live or catching the recording later, here are some important details for us, for you, the audience. This show lasts for 60 minutes with the first half dedicated to our special guest. They can be long-winded as much as they want, even if they want to answer one question in those 30 minutes. I love that. For the second half, we open up the stage to anybody who wants to come up, throw flowers, ask questions, add content respectfully if they want to, add a little feedback, add a little flowers. We love it, okay? If you're feeling the content, I jumped ahead there. Retweet, like the space, give us some love. We're here. We do it 1 day a week, 1 hour a week. We love it. We care about you guys. We value your feedback, and we encourage you to drop a comment or a question because we understand sometimes your hands are tied. I couldn't jump into space earlier because I was slurping soup. I wanted to get up there and talk, but I was slurping down some soup, and it was good. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. Ooh, yeah, with that. JPEG J, how are we today? My co-host and my producer, currently, at the moment. But we may hire somebody at any moment because we always expand the team out.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm feeling very smoky at the moment. I am ready to jump back into high roll and just go virtual until the smoke passes.
That's why I chose to be a robot, because I don't have to worry about anything. I can inhale anything. I can eat anything. I'm just fully metal. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let me give a big warm welcome to our special guest today, who I actually scheduled this out back in March because I actually saw them on YouTube, believe it or not, about VRMs, Clone X Files, and started getting VRMs out. It was just in the perfect amount of time for Clone X NYC, NFT NYC, and we got our VRMs done with Peanut Butter. And I'm so happy that Peanut Butter is here today. And with that, how are you today, Peanut Butter?
Hey, what's up? What's up? I am good. Hopefully you can hear me well. I am equally as excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Yeah, we scheduled this out a little while ago. And yeah, excited the time has finally came. Excited to be here. Hopefully everybody's feeling good tonight, staying hydrated, stretching out, all that kind of stuff. Getting ready.
Oh, I'm so hyped, and I love it that I see you, brother. I love it that I see you, and the audio is so good. It's so crisp. Check out the YouTube live that we're doing, y'all. It's not just Twitter Spaces. I'm going to give my thumb a little bit of a break today. I might not be so hot on those emojis because I'm going to be here in the stream. And right now you can see beautiful Peanut Butter and the cat behind Peanut Butter, and I think Peanut Butter is about to transform into something soon. So this is pretty cool if you're watching the stream, because I'm watching the stream. I'm watching the video. Are you about to click on a filter? Are you about to click on that VRM?
Oh yeah, might as well get it going. Talking all about VRMs today. I'm sure definitely excited to get into that whole conversation. It's really exciting to be involved with the whole VRM wave. It kind of I kind of started to learn about it and dig into it. Like right around the time it kind of started to get more popular, I guess, in the space. VRMs and stuff like that have been around for a long time. But yeah, it just like all of a sudden started to blow up. So around the time that I created my YouTube video that you were referring, it's like right whenever I started learning about it, and then it was really interesting to see the engagement that created and the interest within the Decentraland as well as the artifact communities, which is how we got to know each other through the artifact stuff. So it's definitely been an interesting journey.
Okay, before we get too carried away with the VRM, I'm going to, everybody smile. I'm going to take a screenshot here because we are looking so good right now, y'all. We are looking so good. I want to go back a little bit. I always like to get to know my guests, get to know their background. So who is Peanut Butter? How far back do you want to go? We can go as far back as, 1 year old, however you want to do, and how you got into the space from there. Go off, my brother.
So I actually got into the space through my YouTube channel. Whenever I found Decentraland back in January 2021, the first thing that I did, I was just doing random crypto research and came across the Mana token. So the first thing I did was went to YouTube and then just typed in like Decentraland gameplay or something like that. And I didn't see any videos that were really that recent. Like anything that was relevant was like 3 to 6 months old at the time. And Decentraland was still super early at the time. It still really is in the grand scheme of things. Like I had always wanted to do YouTube videos and never really had anything that really like sparked my interest to make it about. So whenever I found Decentraland, the first thing that I did was made a YouTube channel and started making YouTube videos about it. Like the next day or the second day later, once I kind of got a few things set up. And that's really just like what created my journey into the space.
Yo, you went straight into it. Where are you based out of first, though? Where are you based out of, Peanut Butter, in case there are any other creators out there like yourself that are in the area that may want to collab with you?
I'm down in Florida, North Florida. Most people are in South Florida area, so if anybody is randomly in North Florida, feel free to get with me.
Have you ever done anything that would classify you as a Florida man?
I'm just like a classic degen IRL as much as I am in Web3. Like I have like a 240SX drift car, so just be like out, being a hooligan in that, which are definitely, some of those activities could definitely qualify as Florida man activities. Just your typical, being out in the wilderness, jumping in random lakes and ponds and stuff like that as a kid. Swimming with the alligators, probably. Definitely Florida man vibes in my blood.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That was actually a question I had way later in the show, and what you do to touch grass, and you do a lot of things to touch grass. So you got the Web3 space got you excited about doing YouTube. What exactly is the content you create, or do you just do whatever you want to do? And I see that you've been doing it for over 2 years now.
So whenever I started my YouTube channel, I was doing predominantly Decentraland content, which is still mostly what I do now. I kind of branched off with a couple of like the artifact videos with the CloneX stuff, and then the unboxing video that I made was kind of just like a little bit outside of my ordinary content. But I just like doing video production and just like talking about whatever interests me in general. So I've been considering just like what else I could do on my YouTube channel that people might be interested in, even if it's, outside of Web3, just more IRL content, maybe like tinkering on something with my car or just really whatever. Just making videos about stuff that I'm interested in is just fun to me. So, yeah, I've just been thinking of more ways that I could leverage my YouTube channel to create more content outside of what I generally do with the Decentraland stuff. Although that is, what kind of got me started, and definitely, one of my main interests still. Yeah, what's going on in Decentraland, especially with all of there's so many cool creators in Decentraland, so many other cool people making cool 3D builds, cool video content and stuff like that. It's really fun to collaborate with them. So I'm always looking to do more stuff like that as well.
That is incredible. Everybody, please go subscribe. Check out Peanut Butter's YouTube. It's incredible. I looked at it over and over again for my VRM, and then Peanut Butter helped me with my VRM. Peanut Butter, you're undoxed, and then some videos you're full on VRM like you are now. What is your whole take on that? Do you care? Does it matter? Are you looking to be like a VTuber in the future?
So yeah, whenever I started my Decentraland video, I started just like with the webcam. Like whenever I really just like without thinking about it, I guess, like I kind of realized it later on, but like the way I started making my content is the way that I enjoy watching content. So I prefer people that use a webcam. So just kind of naturally, whenever I started making my content, that was just something that I did just so you could see, who's talking about whatever you're talking about. And then my content is always like pretty straightforward. Like whenever I start a video, I don't have really much of an intro. I'm just like, hey, here's what we're talking about today. This is whatever the content is, and see you guys later. So yeah, like I guess the whole docs part of it, I didn't really put too much consideration into. Although I don't necessarily use like my full name or like tell people specifically like where I live. Although some people know my city and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily super concerned about. So I do have, I try to keep a slight bit of anonymity and what I do. But just like having your face available and stuff like that, I feel like it just adds like an extra layer of human connection, which is just like helps in a way create a successful content creator. Although there's plenty of VTubers and stuff like that that do completely well that are completely anonymous. So that isn't entirely true, but it's just I don't know. That's how I started making my content, I guess.
I like that because everybody has a different path and a different way they start. And I like how you start because you like doing it for fun. You're just out there having a good time. And that's why you've been doing it for over 2 years. Like you're just having a good ass time. And if you look at his YouTube, every video, it seems like kind of like how the space has grown and come a long way. I mean, from first when you're in Decentraland to then you're rigging up the clone VRM. You look incredible, by the way. Everybody, again, excuse me, check out Peanut Butter's beautiful clone rigged up. It's incredible. How did you land the job over there at Decentraland as community manager?
Yeah, so through my YouTube channel, that's really how I got connected with different members of the community early on, just getting to know who was doing what. As I was just growing as a creator in the space, like I guess different members of the foundation kind of became aware of what I was doing, which was really cool. And then, so the foundation was looking to hire somebody. I originally started off as the social media role. I was just kind of creating content and doing some things on social media. Whenever that happened, like I was friends with somebody else that was working for the foundation at the time, named Blastrom. And yeah, he had some connections with the foundation. So him as well as a couple other people kind of just helped do an intro, I guess, and ended up, they reached out to me about it, which was really cool. And they were just like, hey, we love what you're doing. We have this position that needs to be filled that we think you would fit cool in. And yeah, we just kind of worked it out from there. I was working a day job at the time. I used to manage a car shop. So like if you went in to get your car repaired, I would be the dude that was like sitting at the counter and would like check your car in and all that kind of stuff. So completely normal day job. And then, yeah, as soon as like I started working for Decentraland, it was part-time at the time. I went in, I put my 2 weeks in. I was like, I know this is going to work out. So like, I was already working like super part-time because I used to leave early all the time so I could go and make YouTube videos whenever there was like cool events happening or whatever. Like I had hired like another guy and I like trained him up how to do my job basically. So I could just like leave whenever I wanted to go like make YouTube videos. And then, yeah, it worked out with the timing whenever, he was trained up enough and was out of school and the Decentraland job came around. And I was able to kind of leave from there to do Decentraland stuff full time.
Absolutely incredible. Congratulations on doing that. Talk about prioritizing your time. Talk about knowing your worth too. Wow. And way to be a sport and not leave that position open and fill it with somebody that you trusted and trained by your hand. Wow. You are solid. I wish I had a car that needed work on so I could bring it over and we could just be in the garage hanging out. How long have you been with Decentraland now?
Sneaking up on 2 years. So I started in the middle of August 2021. So yeah, and roughly a couple months now, it'll be 2 years.
That is awesome. That's just incredible. Thank you for being here. I want to share my Decentraland story real quick. I'm a crypto bats holder. Jay's a crypto bats holder. And once upon a time, they had Ozfest in Decentraland. And we were in Japan celebrating getting engaged. And we got to still have fun at Ozfest and still be in Decentraland. And the thing is, I don't think people realize, like, Decentraland's be giving away tons of assets. Like, all the time, like, I got Jay's, like, dancing around in her wings that she got from Crypto Bats. Like, I got a bunch of stuff from Doritos. Like, how does that all work out? How do those collaborations play out? I mean, do you get to get the insight on that sometimes?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different brands, community members, partners really that'll come into the space and just like create wearables or emotes, specifically just to give away to new community members. So if you come in and if you're a new user and like somebody sees that you have a wallet and you don't have any wearables or anything in there, like if you go to an event and like more times than not, somebody will like notice that and like be like, hey, I want to be your friend. Let me send you some stuff so you can get, fitted up and looking cool. You get some cool dance moves and stuff like that. So yeah, people are always looking to, just give people the whatever stuff they have extra, which is really cool. And then what you were mentioning with with like your bat wings. So yeah, there's a bunch of different community, like different NFT projects with their communities, and they'll create a Decentraland wearable, and they could airdrop it out to all of their token holders, and then they'll have like really cool bat wings like you're wearing in Decentraland right now, to represent your Crypto Bats NFT, which is really cool. So there's actually a couple different ways to do that. Like they could create an NFT, like a wearable, and then airdrop it, and then you'll have like a separate like NFT in your wallet. And then there's also another way that Decentraland could do it called linked wearables. So like if an NFT project, we'll use Clonex for this example, just because I see a lot of Artifact gang in here. So in theory, if Artifact wanted to submit Clonex to be a linked wearable in Decentraland, instead of airdropping out a bunch of new NFTs, they could make the Clonex, excuse me, represent a wearable in Decentraland. So if you hold that NFT, whenever you go into Decentraland, you'll go into your linked wearable collection, and then whatever they choose your specific Clonex to represent, it'll be that wearable. So they could have every individual Clonex be a skin, which is basically, the full body Clonex. And then individually, whenever every Clonex went in, they would see their individual Clonex skin listed as a linked wearable. So they could essentially, give you an item in Decentraland without even giving you another NFT, which is a pretty cool way to go about it. So yeah, it's really fun, the different ways that different NFT projects and communities will airdrop NFTs, wearables, emotes, and stuff like that to get their communities involved in the space, because it just adds to your digital identity, which is pretty much what we are all in love with in Web3. So just however you could represent yourself with different assets, we always find a lot of enjoyment in that. Well, I do anyways, so I'm sure other people do too, with everybody's got the fun PFPs and stuff like that. So we all fancy our digital assets, I'm sure. So it's always a fun way to be able to represent yourself differently in a virtual world, in a metaverse such as Decentraland.
All right, so I'm so excited now about Decentraland. I got to jump in here. You dropped Jay the coordinates, but I always like to go through the step for the audience when I do it. So how I got to go to the website, right? And then what do I got to click on? Just put in your coordinates to the website when I get there.
Yeah. So I just dropped the link in the Streamlabs, and you could just click that, and it'll bring you right to where we're at. Actually, let me give you a different one, because we're on the road right now, so it'll take you a little bit down the road. Let me teleport you right to
Yes, I have to log in with the wallet, everybody. Again. And then I'm going to ask you a silly question too while I'm doing this, but wait till I get in there. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. You could also join as a guest for the time being if it's
But I got my assets. I want to flex.
oh, okay, that's right. You do got some stuff.
That's
you
what this is all about. Flex.
Don't listen to me.
Right? It's like your skins, your Fortnite skins. I want to flex in my Decentraland. I'm not a poser. So I'm teleporting, everybody. I'm teleporting. But the cool thing is you can still see me in the other stream using my clone filter. We're merging all the worlds here. If everybody can really see this. Peanut Butter's looking good. Jay is looking beautiful. She created that VRM all by herself with the official Ozzy Osbourne background. She's got me in the background. I'm about to pop up as my avatar. It's still loading. Maybe my computer's doing a lot. I'm doing this all off of MacBook too, by the way. Okay, I'm here. There you guys are. What up, fam? Now let me see.
So for anybody that might be new, you could run Decentraland on your web browser. If you're on something like a MacBook, if you don't have like a computer with like a dedicated like video card, it's going to be quite a bit to load. Like you're loading a bunch of really big digital assets on a web browser, which limits your computer's capability. So if you download the Decentraland downloadable client, it's a lot. It's just a lot faster in general. It uses your computer's resources more efficiently. So if you have any problems loading or with your frame rate or anything like that, if you're using web, I would definitely suggest trying the client, because it's much faster. It's pretty much what I always use. And I have like a higher end like gaming computer, and I still prefer the client. It's just much nicer for sure.
Alpha, yo, do me a favor, brother. Can you drop the link also in the chat here on Twitter Spaces? Because I know some people down here have their VRMs and they have their Decentraland assets. We got a request up, Leviathan. I'll put you up on the stage, but just hold on a second. I got 7 more minutes with my dude up here, and then I'll let you go off. But I'm bringing you up because I don't want you to run away. Okay. So just chill for 7 more minutes, and I'll let the open mic session go for a second. So yeah, if you can join, if you can share that Peanut Butter, if you can share that link in the chat, I'll like it. I'll love it. We'll retweet it. We'll get it out there. We'll get more family in here. Okay. So I'm here. I'm at your place. So talk to me about this. Let's walk through it. You just sent this link to me, and I'm like 90 years old. And I'm just like, okay, what is this? Where are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted for a second. I had to toggle over to my Discord so I could copy the link, post in Twitter. But yeah, so basically in the URL that I sent you has the realm name. So the realm name, there's a bunch of different realms that separate. Just so if people fill up one realm, it'll put you into another one. So the realm name you'll see in the URL if you look closely into it. Also, the coordinates are in the URL. So basically, whenever you just copy and paste your address and you send it to somebody, it'll just take them to directly where you are. And yeah, right now we're out in front of my place. This is a build that a community builder in Decentraland built for me. He basically made the whole thing in Blender, and did some SDK work to make like my video stream play and stuff like that up at the top, which isn't currently going now, but I could basically live stream anything into this build that I want to from my computer. So we'll do like music shows and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, so he basically just made the whole build in Blender and then just sent me the files for it, and then I could just upload it to my land. So you could kind of just create really whatever you want, as long as it meets the guidelines of what you're able to upload into Decentraland, and then just deploy it. So people will come up with some pretty interesting stuff. It's a little alpha. I don't know if we've necessarily announced anything yet, but there's a bunch of different community members in this area that we're standing in right now. There's like 5 to 10 different people's lands that are all within like a 30-second walk from here. So right now we're working on planning like a block party for the area. So you'll kind of be able to walk around from one venue to the next, and we're going to have like a bunch of different music shows and stuff like that. So hopefully sometime in the next few weeks, once we get all the planning and structuring done for that, there'll be a bunch of cool stuff over here to come hang out. So hopefully we'll be able to get some people in for that.
Yo, and let me just point out to the audience listening to Twitter Spaces, listening back, right? You see Hodl CEO in the audience right there? Hodl CEO is now in this world with us. He jumped in the world. He's actually decked out in some artifact shoes, looking fucking sweet, coming back fresh with that tan from Mexico. It's incredible that we can get in here and connect. I mean, this is like 5th dimension breaking. I love it. So this red building here, can you just show off to me? Show me through this world. Like, I'm here. I'm in the decentral world. I'm looking at that screen, by the way.
Awesome. Yeah. Shout out Hodl. He's a longtime OG. I mean, he was like probably one of the first people that I knew in the space, like way back. We met in Decentraland, and yeah, I've been knowing him for a long time. So cool to see him in the space. Cool to see him in Decentraland as always. Shout out to my boy. Yeah, so if we walk into my build here, you kind of come into the building. It's got a couple of my NFTs down here on the bottom. My MetaKey, Artifact MetaKey, which is actually how I got my CloneX. So I used to work with this project for a while called MetaKey. Yeah, and they just have a few different keys that have, utility to do a few different things. Really cool project. I would check it out if you haven't. And Artifact designed the 2nd edition key. So whenever Artifact was doing the whitelists for the CloneX drop, and they sent out like there was like one token that allowed you to have a whitelist mint for 1 spot, and there was different ones that allowed you to have a whitelist mint for 3 spots. The MetaKey only gave for 1 slot, so I was only able to mint my 1 CloneX. But I'm not complaining, because I got the MetaKey, I got the MetaKey from MetaKey whenever I was working for the project, and that it basically got me to get my CloneX for like 0.05 ETH, which was like $100 or something like at the time, super minimal. So I got my foot into the door from MetaKey into Artifacts with like a super low barrier, which is amazing. So shout out to MetaKey for that super cool project. My other one on the right here isn't loading for me. It hasn't been for a while. I think I got to get my friend to check out the build. Maybe something's wrong with the link. Maybe I sold the NFT that was there. I don't remember what was there. So just ignore that one for now. But then, of course, my name in the middle there, just so people know who I am, who the build is for. Got my big Wonderbot head here in the middle spinning around, which is, just kind of an iconic wearable in the space. It's like one of the first Decentraland wearable sets, one of the early ones. So just kind of an iconic piece. But then, over to the left, we got this little teleporter board. Basically, if you go into first person view, it's a little bit easier to click, and you'll see we got the 1st, 2nd, and then the party area floor. I guess we'll go ahead and jump up to the 1st floor for now. Got something super awesome in here. You guys will see. Got my CloneX posted up.
Oh no, I jumped up on the roof. And yes,
you
I'm
jumped.
mindful of the time, everybody. We're at that halfway mark. You can request up to speak, throw those hands up. I remember who came up to ask a question first and throw flowers first. And we'll get to that. 1 second. I'm going to the second floor.
Come to the first floor.
The first floor. And if you're just tuning in, you can jump into Decentraland and come check out this world we're in as we're on Twitter Spaces, as we're on YouTube Live, as we're in Decentraland. We are fucking connecting it all. Okay, we're up here on the second floor. Take us away.
Yeah, so this one, there's not really too much going on. I just got my Clonex in here. Kind of a little display for that.
And of Clonex, I love it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen that.
Let's hold up here on the second. Oh no, I logged out. My thing went crazy. I have to log back in. I jumped out. My computer went wild. All right, hold on a second. Let's hold up here on the second floor. Leviathan, how are you doing today? What is good? Thank you for coming up. It's always incredible when people request up to speak. I still get butterflies come up here on this stage, y'all. For real. Leviathan, what's good? Pregnant pause? Leviathan?
Yo, what's good, guys?
What's good, baby? How are you today? What's good?
I'm good. Just had to join the space. I love wearables you're talking about, actually. And I love, Decentraland, those VRMs, the models, the whole wearable thing, to be honest. I'm super excited by it overall.
Can you jump in and show us your wearables in Decentraland? You can join as a guest.
I'm a newbie, to be honest, and I'm building out
that's
this
what we're here for.
closet thing. But I think I can join in a few minutes. I think I can join.
Jump in and you can join as a guest. We're on the second floor of this building, but we can all meet up. This is what it's all about. You're a newbie, no more. Thank you.
For sure. Actually, I had a question too.
Of course.
I heard what Peanut said as well about being in the community for so long and helping out in Decentraland, and that's dope for sure. And leaving a job to go full time into Web3, respect for that, no doubt. My question was about some of the artifact wearables that have dropped for Decentraland. If you have any info on that, because I probably missed it, maybe in 2021 or early last year.
Yeah. So I definitely know a bit about a little bit of the history, anyways, of some of the artifact items. Whenever I was speaking on earlier about leaving my job to go and do different videos and stuff, actually one of the early ones that I did that I don't want to necessarily say blew up or whatever, but got a good bit of traction early on, was from the Atari did a partnership with Artifact, and they did a pair of shoes. And yeah, I left work early and I went home to make a video for that. Here, I'll put them on here in just a second so you can see them. And I actually claimed the first available pair, that people were able to mint. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was back in, I think, March 2021. And they have a few other different ones as well. So if there was any specific ones that you're, curious about, I could definitely try to give a little bit of a, history on them.
No, that's crazy. You're the OG of wearables, no doubt. I also saw, congrats to that, first of all, because that's really revolutionary in early 21, to be honest. Sounds crazy. And I actually want to see if you knew anything about, I don't know if they released stuff for its DNA on Decentraland, but I've seen some rare alien shoes going around. I don't know if you got any info on that.
I've seen the alien shoe like GLBs, people using them on like their Clonex and stuff like that, and like different videos and whatnot. But I don't know if I've seen those specific ones in Decentraland. There's the pair that I'm wearing, which are the Atari collab ones. And then there's a couple pairs that are similar to the ones that Huddle has on. There's like the black pair, and then there's a white pair and a green pair that all look pretty similar to that. They're like the same design. There's also like a brown one, maybe a couple other different color variations. But yeah, I haven't seen any of the Clonex specific shoe, like the ones that came out later on. There's also a couple pairs of like, there was a Ferocious collab they did early on. So there's like a Ferocious Artifact collab Decentraland shoe, and there's like a backpack or something like that, like a couple shirts or jackets or something like that too. Yeah, those are like crazy. Those are like crazy cool. I don't have any of those, but I wish I did. People always sell those for a lot because like you had to have some of the Ferocious Artifacts like NFTs that they sold to be able to get airdropped those. So they're like pretty rare.
That's shame. That's the reason I'm asking actually, because I've seen some people asking some crazy numbers for them. I'm like, this must have been a really rare item for Decentraland and Clonex maxis, pretty much.
Yeah. So the shoes that I'm referring, just to give a perspective for people who might not ever really watch the market, I think I've seen sell from $500 to a couple $1,000 depending on the market and what's available at the time. So I know a lot of people are probably used to seeing NFTs sell for that much. Maybe some people aren't, but some of the Decentraland assets definitely carry some pretty good value. So it's interesting to see for sure as far as just like speculation.
Now I got FOMO, Leviathan. Now I want all the goodies. Yeah, you got to jump in here when you get a moment. Please jump in here.
Yeah, I'm about to log in.
Then you can see everybody, because guess what? They're doing exactly what I said. They're flexing. They're changing their outfits. Huddle CEO is clearly an Artifact maxi. God, his avatar, I think, has changed 3 times since we've been talking.
Damn.
Yeah. Cowboy, how are you today? What's good? That cat is looking wild. Rambo, look out.
Hey, what's good, man? What's good, family? Just chilling, man. Grinding and shining, man. Just working, listening to spaces. Just trying to be consistent. That's all, man. And also, about to roll something up. So what's going on, man? How's everything with you?
We're chilling. Can you jump in Decentraland with us and hang?
Where you guys at in Decentraland?
The link, I believe we've shared and retweeted it out. It's in the chat. You can just jump in as a guest. You don't have to use a wallet, anybody. You can just come in.
You know what the coordinates are?
You can just click the link, right, Peanut Butter?
Yeah, you can follow the link, but if you're familiar with Decentraland, the coordinates are -108, -95.
All right, 1 second. I'm loading on -108, -95.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it's loading me up.
So I see, I see both of you guys that came up as speakers. Oh, we got another one now. We got Web3. That's Web3 with you. That's you. Sorry. I see Cal and Lev are both DJs. If you're ever interested in getting your music into Decentraland, if you want to do an event like a live DJ show or pre-record something and have it broadcast to the community, we could definitely set something up and get you guys into the metaverse and get playing some music. That would be dope. If either of you are interested, definitely let me know. We can communicate about that later.
For sure, G. I appreciate you asking. And I was actually just thinking about that because I was talking with Tropics just a few days ago on a call, and he told me about all of the events he was playing. And I think he might have done something with you guys.
Tropics is the goat. Yeah, I booked him with Medikey, actually, a Medikey project I was talking about a little while ago. He did a show in collaboration with Medikey. I don't remember what the event was that he did it for off the top of my head. I think maybe the birthday party or something like that, back in February or March. But yeah, he's done a few different shows in the Decentraland. He did that one. Then I know he did ones like early on, like back in 2021 or something like that. So he's been involved in the space for quite some time, and it's always awesome to see him around. He's got some amazing music, and his DJ sets are just like get me hyped up. So yeah, it'd be cool to see him around more.
Hey, Peanut, what was the coordinates again?
It's -108, -95.
We've got a bunch of people here. Just check the places.
Yo, the legend's here. Also, before the legend comes up, shout out Tropics. He's got a tape dropping on the 30th. He's the homie. We booked him too. He is fucking a man of his word. He's professional. I can't wait till I book him again. Huddle, what's good? We're talking about you for 20, 30 minutes, it felt.
What's going on, fam? You know I have to do the digital dash out of work on Thursdays to get here.
I can write a note for your boss so you don't get caught in that broom closet again.
Please do. That man is I was on my lunch break actually, by the way, and he still came looking for me. What a time.
That's New York.
He's trying to keep you from being a full-time degenerate. I think he's just looking out for you, but I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's always clocking me like, how's your crypto doing? And I'm like, yep, it's doing great.
What's going on with you, brother? What you been up to in the Web3 space? Cooking up anything new?
Well, I'm looking to jump on by Lalo's most recent Wonder Dynamics thing he just posted. I've got that VRM you and I made together still, but now I'm looking to level up again. Get a little of that Wonder Dynamics footage going. Some of you know I ride an electric unicycle around the city, so I'm looking to drop some pretty fun content on the timeline soon.
I signed up to hopefully get into the Wonder Dynamics thing. I've been waiting for a couple weeks. So do you have any alpha on like how I can speed up the process? I had messaged them about it too. I was like, please let me in.
Honestly, I had applied months ago, and just one random day I got in. Actually, I got in like the same day that I got access to another platform doing this. I don't remember the name right now. I think it's something with Daz or something like that. But yeah, I went to it, and it's not an easy upload your VRM or anything like that. It's more of like a Unity deal. You got to upload the base and then all the textures. So yeah, just not something that's too easy for the casual I don't know, just gamer. But yeah, just looking forward to that. Look at all these people in here. Mariana, Sin, Mies.
I was just about to say, if you're in the Twitter spaces right now, there's so many people that jumped into Decentraland. Shout it out. What is good, everybody? We love you. Shout y'all out for coming out here for the first ever in Web3 Rug Radio Decentraland, YouTube live, Twitter spaces live. This is crazy. My computer's hot. I think I can cook an egg on it. If you want to jump up here, please do hit that request button. Come on up here. We're having a good ass time. We're finding out a lot of stuff up here. I might DJ later and go buy something and then just flex, because that's what it's all about. It's all about flexing. Good, Huddle.
Can you say that again, though? That was like a whole tongue twister. What is it? The Rug Radio, Decentraland, and Web3. Do that again?
No, I'm just saying, we're finally, my vision's finally coming to light, because Jay and I love talking to people. Y'all know that. I love communicating with people. But now I can look at y'all. Now I see a 3D avatar of myself. I'm looking fresh. Look, there's like the human version of me. But now I know I can get robot skin. Like, I got a mohawk here. I'm like, the white guy version of me with my eye patch and then my crypto bats thing on, But I love this. And then look over here. Huddle was dragging me in the comments, y'all, that I don't have my mohawk on my filter. But you know what? Sponsors, future sponsors out there, guess what? I can wear your merch and they can see it. Look, right now, I'm wearing that Artifact Robot DNA t-shirt. Yes, yes, yes. And that's what it's all about. Trying to put it all together, because sometimes it doesn't make sense to anybody. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sorry about my mohawk. I got it cut on certain screens, but I think it's cool. Like you changed like 4 times on this, man. You I don't even know what that one head was. He was like a starfish or something. Can you tell us?
That was Artifact's alien head. So like their high snobiety drop in Paris, they did like an Eiffel Tower thing, a few hoverboards, and then this like alien looking head was part of the fit for Decentraland. The one I have on now is actually a Ferocious from the first Decentraland Metaverse Festival. It was just like a random airdrop. Yeah, I actually got one as an airdrop, and then this one I was just like looking at the market because usually when these airdrops happen, there's always someone who paper hands something for a little too low, and I sniped this thing for 50 mana, which probably like $50 for a 1 of 100 Ferocious wearable. I was like, damn, dude, you don't even know what you got, do you? But it happens a lot. A lot of free things in Decentraland get paper handed.
All right, we're all on the second. Everybody's chilling right now. I see Cowboy's hand up. 1 second, Cowboy. Peanut butter. All eyes are on you. Where are we going? The 3rd floor? Where are we going to go from here? Let's change the scenery before I get somebody to ask the next question. Let's see. Let's show some.
Yeah, I wish I should. I guess it's not too late. I could do it from my other computer. So the top area is the party area, and I could live stream into there, but I didn't necessarily prepare for this, unfortunately. So I could play some music from my computer and we could go up to the party area. But once I get it started, everybody's going to have to reload. So let me cue something up and I'll get some music going. And then everybody could just vibe after this.
Is it music that's not licensed?
I'll put on some non-licensed music. Yeah, for the space, for the sake of the YouTube and stuff. No worries.
Let's try to break it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, also here while I'm doing that, I wanted to talk about something else for just a minute, just because, you guys seem to be enjoying the space, and I wanted to talk about a way that you could get potentially, like a Rug Radio HQ or something of that nature. I think would be really cool. So an easy way to do it is if you're not a landowner, what you could do is you could purchase a Decentraland name, and then what that enables you to do is create a Decentraland world. So it's basically like a private space that people could go to if they have your link. And then, you could build out like an HQ there and have show off a couple different things. And whenever you wanted to meet with people on your calls like this, you could have like an official venue. I just was thinking that would be a cool idea. I wanted to throw out there to you to see, if that would be something you're interested in considering, and then I could connect you with some people potentially to, a 3D model or something like that to help you, get the space going.
100%. I'm tied in with Rug Radio, and I'm, got their ear. We can always get on a call. You know what I'm saying? I see Decentraland tuned in to listen. Thank you, Decentraland, down there tuning in. That's a big deal. They support you. That's what it's all about, y'all. 2 years this guy's been doing it. Am I up on the roof now? You want me to jump up on the roof?
Yeah, we'll go up there in a second. I just gotta get the music
on fire, y'all.
I don't see anybody when I join.
Cowboy,
hey, Boo.
No? Oh, hold
Boo,
on. Cowboy doesn't see anybody. Hold on, I can't leave anybody out, y'all. Cowboy.
It might be in a different island. If you,
what realm are you guys in?
We're in Balder.
I'm in the same realm. No, I didn't see anybody. I went into the lobby. I went up to the 2nd floor. I didn't see anybody.
If you open up the realm menu, try changing to another realm and then change back to Balder. So there's like different islands in Balder. So each realm, the realms could hold up to a bunch of people, but then the realms break down into islands of 100. So if the particular island we were in was full, it might have bumped you to another one. So if you jump to another realm and then back, it might put you in the proper island with us.
I tried that. It didn't work.
Because I think there's more than 100 people in this one, so it might be capping out on the room that we're in. Other than that, maybe try reloading or give it a minute.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Well, now I don't see the building. I don't see anything now.
Another thing you could do is if your browser is referring to an older version of Decentraland, you could try clearing your browser cache and then reloading back in. And sometimes that'll help just like, refresh everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I never had this issue. I'm always in the Decentraland.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. There's been a bunch of updates recently. So if your browser cache is referring to like an outdated cached version of Decentraland, it'll create issues. So like if you clear your cache, it might potentially help.
I see. Yeah. I don't know. I was just playing poker last night. So now I see the building. It's like a red building, right? With like a white glow. White glow.
Yep.
Okay, now someone came out. Who's that?
Yo, Huddle, you better go out there and get him.
There's a Mary.
Yo, you just read my mind, bro.
Wait,
Oh my God, I love that. This is so much fun. I'm sorry if you're on Twitter Spaces and you're just hearing this and you're not seeing it. All the more reason to have both. You got to have both. Like, look, I got my phone out. I'm looking at my computer screen.
I don't know. I'm on the second floor, man.
You got to go to the roof. Hit the roof.
Party area.
I'm at the party area. How do you go to the roof?
The roof. Just click roof.
You don't see anybody up here? Is it like a little?
There's everyone. Okay, here we go.
You're here.
Now I see everyone.
Fuck yeah, yo. We got him in. This is what it's about, y'all. We're going to fucking win. Jay, I'm throwing it to you for a second because this is just so dope. You got any thoughts, feels? What's up?
I think this is like such a cool like space and concept in general. Like we're hanging out in multiple places. Like we have YouTube going on, we're on Twitter Space, and then we're like in the metaverse. Like this is the future.
Yeah, this is awesome. This visual element, man, is just so incredible. It's just nuts. Huddle, thanks for getting them in there. Huddle is like my designated doorman, and he's so good at that stuff. And I mean that in the best way. Yo, look out for your doorman. Your doorman, like, they protect you for real. So we're up here on the roof. You got some unlicensed music playing? What's good?
Yeah. So you'll have to reload to get the stream going. Because I started it after we loaded in. So if you wanted to get the music going, just feel free to do a quick refresh. It should load you right back to the same place. And then, there's some music going.
All right, cool. I'm going to just keep it like it is so I don't have any worries of feedback with delays. You dropped a lot of alpha. You dropped a lot of stuff that's going on. You're an incredible community manager. I mean, one thing I ask everybody, I didn't get to ask you this, if there's anything that you could improve upon the space, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. If there's anything I could improve upon in the space, just Web3 in general, or something in Decentraland specific.
It literally could be anything. Just it could be so random, whatever you think. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like the criminal.
Yeah, I think that something just pretty general is just the barrier to entry for most seems like a pretty big hurdle. So just like finding new ways for Web3 and creating digital wallets and things like that to not seem like such a struggle to somebody that might not be super like tech savvy or anything like that, because to be able to get millions of users, it has to be something that seems very streamlined. So I think just like that's probably the biggest thing.
I love that. And we're definitely going to talk in the DMs. I definitely want to do more with Decentraland. I think this is a great way. My mom listens back to the show. Now my mom can listen back and watch it. And that's important for everybody. That visual element is really important. We talked about, a lot of merch, right? The Decentraland merch. Recently, we got the Artifact merch, IRL, that we forged. And one thing I thought that was really cool was you did an unboxing. Really appreciate that because I got to see the Angel merch again because I got to see the samples at Art Basel. But I love to see the finished copy because it's always different than the samples, y'all. It's always different, always. And one thing that you did that I thought was really cool, and I want to kind of go into it, was like you took that merch and you immediately framed it. Could you tell me about like the mindset behind all that?
So there was like another jacket that I had got that somebody gave me. It's just like based off like a NFT that they made. It's just like just like a really cool jacket that I was interested in framing for a while. And I actually still never got one for it because I ordered the ones and I put my artifact gear in it. But yeah, basically I've just seen other people do similar things. So I just thought it would be cool to do. So whenever I saw that the gear shipped, I went on Amazon and I ordered just some frames for it. Yeah. So if you look up just like a jersey frame, like they're kind of mostly designed for like sports jerseys or whatever. But obviously you could just put whatever you want in there. So that's kind of what I looked up. And then, it's like, kind of just like a cheaper end one that I got or whatever. They were, pretty affordable, like $60 or something like that. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure they make like nicer ones. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to hanging them up on my wall. I'm going to be moving soon, so I didn't want to just like put more holes in the wall and stuff here that they're going to have to fix and probably charge me money for. So right now they're just kind of hanging out on my floor in my background. But I thought that would just be a really cool way to just kind of visualize them and not worry about them getting messed up or anything like that.
I really appreciate you sharing that because I thought that was a very conviction play. Like, you're in on it. It's just like if somebody gets their favorite jersey signed and then they get it put in that and they put it on the wall. I think it's incredible. I only wear them now when I go to, the events with the gang because I don't want to overwear them and wear holes in my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on in this space constantly. Is there anything that you're excited about this year that that's coming or that you would like to see that's coming? You know what I'm saying? That you're pumped about to end the 2023 year?
So there's always, in Decentraland, there's always a bunch of really fun events. Just what we have coming up right now and the shorter term. There's Beauty Week coming up, which starts on the 12th. Then later in the month, there's a bunch of different stuff for Pride Month. It's more so slimmed down into a few days, or a week or so in Decentraland, just so it isn't a month full of content. So near the end of the month, there's going to be a bunch of different Pride events, Pride Festival and stuff like that, which is always a really fun time. I'm sure there will be free claimable wearables at both of those events. There's a game jam coming up that the foundation is working on putting together some details and stuff for right now. I'm sure I would get in trouble if I teased what the prizes were, but there are going to be some really cool prizes. So if you're a creator in the space and you're looking to get some cool stuff out of it, definitely check out the details for that and start anticipating more information for that. And then, one that I'm always looking forward to is the music festival stuff, which me and Otto were referring to about a little earlier. I'm not too sure how the music fest is going to look this year. Decentraland is kind of changing the direction of the event coordination, the way that we're running some of these bigger events. We're kind of passing the torch to more partners and community members, community leaders, and things like that to take the reins and manage these sorts of things. So it's interesting to see how that plays out. So the Music Fest this year might be a bit different than how it has been in the past few years, but it's always really cool to see new artists in the space, enjoy the music and stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Outside of Decentraland, something that I'm looking forward to is the Animus Eggs reveal. I'm sure, a few other people in here are probably a bit more familiar with that, with all the CloneX PFPs that I see. So, hopefully everybody's holding their Animus Eggs still and is ready for that. I'm not sure if that's another code name, if they're going to change, from Animus to something else, kind of like how they did before they announced CloneX from what was it, code name Akira, was it? I forget what they used as the code name back in the day.
It was Akira.
So, I'm definitely excited to see more about that. I'm just holding my egg and keeping it protected at all costs as stated and waiting to see what happens.
Wow, I'm blown away, y'all. Like, Peanut Butter, you are well spoken. This has been a blast. I think when we first got on the call with each other, I was like, all right, let's save it. Let's save it for the spaces. I definitely got to have you back. I definitely want to talk to you in Decentraland because I think not only can you help me, you can help a lot of other people like us, creators in the space. And having that platform, having that little bit of motivation, having that thing that you need to be accountable for, it helps. It really helps creators. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for all the time that you came and gave us today. Everybody here that came, much love, much love to you guys for taking the opportunity and the time. He's been here for 2 years. I've been here for maybe 16, 17 months now. You motivate me, man. This is why I do these spaces, because it just makes me want to come on here and get this laser focused, professional, shine the spotlight on people like you, individuals like you. I had no idea when I was in Tokyo, or Osaka actually at the time, when I was enjoying my metaverse experience on Decentraland, that you were one of the people behind it, keeping the wheels on. So we appreciate you, Peanut Butter. You're welcome anytime. People, please go like, follow all these beautiful speakers up on here. Hodl CEO, Cowboy, Leviathan. We appreciate you for coming in. Web3 with Boo. Yeah, that's the Web3 Boo account. You know what I'm saying? For those official things. It's like sometimes I like to tweet my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like pineapple on my pizza. We love you guys. We love you.
I love it. Yeah, that's one of my go-tos.
Hey.
Is OG Mix. Been having that forever. This was amazing. I could go on with you guys forever. I'm sure we could do this for another hour and it would seem like it's been 10 minutes just like it has now. But yeah, shout out to everybody that made it out, especially the Decentraland community. I'm going to keep the music going. So yeah, feel free to jump in if you haven't made it into Decentraland yet and come hang out. We'll keep the party going in the metaverse. Shout out to everybody that I see in here. I'm debating if I should just go through the whole list of everybody. It probably would take too long.
Do it.
Everybody knows who they are. We got Mariana, Dr. Drip, Sinful, Portadamus, CK, Madamus, Chris, Mies, Lastrom. We got DCL Dating, Matt. We got Jay. We got Rick. We got Ingzar account in here. We got OX Lean, SR. That's who I see from my community right now. My Decentraland community has got some people blocked off at the bottom. So if I'm missing anybody, I'm sure there's some more in here. I love all of you guys for coming out. It's always an honor. Like I said, we'll keep the party going in Decentraland. So don't feel like it's the end just yet.
This is what I fucking love about this space, y'all. It's not goodbye. It's TTYL. I'll talk to you later. And with that, tune in next week where we will talk to you later for another episode of In Web3 with me, your host, and my incredible co-host and now producer, but we're still looking for more people on the team, everybody. JPEG J doing incredible stuff up there with 6 screens in her hand. We'll drop the information at the top of the week next week. We already shouted out the audience. We love you for doing that, and we'll catch y'all later. Goodbye.
In Web3.
Check your wallets.